Oh, boy, what a headache. But maybe it'll work out in the end. What's this? Article 5. Oh, that's just more NATO stuff. Okay. Yeah, well, that's how it goes. Alright. So I'm just a tad late because I've literally been spending since last night not only not being able to sleep, but all of today dealing with a trademark issue. Well, it's not on the receiving end. It's, whatchamacallit. Me having to enforce a trademark. I just hope it goes pretty well. I'll talk about it in a sec. Let me just say, live now, stock markets. Well, actually, how did the stock markets? Because I barely had any time to check the markets. I was checking up on crypto, obviously. Markets, live now, stock markets okay, cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin doing very well ahead of Federal Reserve FOMC meeting. Okay. Yeah, alright, let's go with that. Alright. Alright, so I'll wait a little bit and then I'll talk about my situation and then we'll probably go on. But I have to have this fan on. Hopefully the windscreen is good enough. And of course I got kicked out of Star Trek Online. So I had to talk with a lawyer for a while. Oh, it was good. It was good. Hooey. I think to myself, it probably is better that I just start getting through with this right now. Alright, so I think enough people are maybe in. Alright, so let me start with the trademark stuff. So basically, I found that someone is creating a Dragonfire Studios, which I might have mentioned this before, but that was the original name of my video game company. But I saw that other people were using the word Dragonfire and whatchamacallit. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, and then there was also a porn studio also named that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna change it a little bit and use Dragon Flare. So all is good and dandy. And then last night, yeah, someone's using that exact same name, and it's very confusingly similar to my game company name. So now I have to like try to basically get them to not use that Dragonfire Studios name. So I called a bunch of lawyers. I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe I think big firms don't want to deal with individuals, so that's why I never got a call back. And then I found one lawyer, and then either she doesn't like me personally, or she found out something that she doesn't like, and then didn't want to tell me, and then just ghosted me. And then now I finished talking to an actual lawyer, a real man, of course. And it just goes to show, yeah, man. Like I could see why like everything is the way that it is. It's like I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to navigate all this crap somehow, or let alone fix it. But anyway, I paid $1,000 for a cease and desist letter. We gotta work on that, and hopefully that'll just be good enough. I mean, I apparently have some decent common law trademarks. So I'm hoping that, because I have seen that see, I was so stressed out that I didn't even get to talk to the guy. But obviously, I'll talk to my lawyer about it because now he is my actual lawyer. And oh, I forgot to change the YouTube title. And well, I mean, my head hurts so much. What was I saying? Oh, actually, I don't have to change the title until after I'm done with the stream. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, a lot of companies actually don't trademark most things, and they don't trademark it until way later, right? Like Game of Thrones, HBO did not actually trademark the term Lannister until like 2000. Let me see. What does the test say on this? Test USP. Oh, great. I spelled the thing wrong. No, I want the test system. If you type in Lannister, as in, you know, Tyrion Lannister, HBO actually did not trademark Lannister until, let's see. They didn't file this until December 1st, 2017. So they didn't even bother trademarking anything, right? And then this one's dead, but 1A cancellation date. So HBO was actually pretty nice and let these guys take the word Lannister for some reason. So so I might not be in as much trouble as I'm thinking. So hopefully it remains that way. Okay, so let me just do this Star Trek Online thing real quick. And yeah, I'm just under a lot of mental stress. But, you know, I think once I calm down and then, you know, hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep tonight, because I didn't get a good night's sleep at all last night. Both because of this trademark shit and I'm using these new fat burning pills that they're way too effective. So like I only got like 3.5 to 4 hours of sleep. I'm not even that tired. It's like I'm like really jacked up. But it seems to like make my muscle energy like a lot lower, so I'm gotta try to deal with that. Just like a million things, but you know, things will get better, and just like Bitcoin, and you know, things will settle down. Just gotta work through things one at a time. Once I get like crazy rich, I'm totally gonna start hiring employees. I just cannot. I'm at the point in my age and mental and emotional faculties where I just cannot. I can't do what I used to do in the past, where I would just do all this shit on my own and do a pretty good job. Like I have to hire help. I just hope I'll be able to find it, because I'm actually thinking my right-wing politics actually was a factor in like me having difficulty getting a lawyer today. But that's just how it goes. So yeah. Anyway, that's my personal problems. Now that I finally had a little bit of time to fucking vent, I'm just glad that, you know, Bitcoin is doing well. So as long as the Federal Reserve doesn't screw us in the ass tomorrow and Wednesday, we'll do pretty well. And that's the interesting thing, right? The Federal Reserve like hasn't done their meeting yet. And already Bitcoin and crypto, but Bitcoin especially, is going way up. So I'm hoping that just means that the rich institutions have insider knowledge. So, and then Elon Musk said he's accepting Bitcoin again, so. I forgot, there was also another major person too, but because I was so distracted with the trademark stuff, I already forgot. Maybe Cointelegraph will have something for us. And of course, we're still way below the stock-to-flow analysis price. So, you know, we got like a million things going for us. All right, so let's hope it continues. All right, so S&P slightly up, Dow slightly down. Nasdaq continues to do pretty well because of the 250 billion with a B tech bailout. Crude oil was up a lot, and then it pulled back, and then now it's in the pullback phase, which I'm okay with. This thing has been surging too much, but it does suck because it means Bank of America and ExxonMobil aren't going up as much as I'd like. It's not going down as much, so that's good. Dollar slightly down. The bond yields are slightly selling off, not too bad. But the most important thing is Riot blockchain. Riot's doing really well. So you know what? I'll take it. So if Bitcoin goes back to like 64 grand or whatever, Riot definitely should be at 70, 80 bucks, and I'll get all my money back plus profit. I'm not going to sell though, because I'm going to sell again the week before July. Assuming I don't have to deal with more problems, I think I'm just going to have to like maybe do the straddle video and then take the rest of the week off, because I really need rest right now. because like I'm under just too much stress and I need to try to relax. And I think a lot of it is just me like being overly paranoid. But if I'm not overly paranoid, that means I get complacent. So it's kind of irritating. And then again, I'm not like Riot Games where I have to deal with like multi-$100 million sexual harassment lawsuits. So I'm not exactly in the worst of positions either. Maybe someday I'll look back at this and laugh. I mean, that would be kind of good. JP Morgan Diamond is hoarding cash because very good chance inflation is here to stay. Yeah, so JP Diamond is basically saying, yeah, get a high interest rate on your cash. But other people can't because... Actually, I gotta get the yogurt from the fridge. I need energy and I need protein. I don't know, but I know Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan are like not to be trusted. So I don't know what game they're playing. But I guess I kind of don't really care. I mean, so far the market's, is calling bullshit, so that's good. Oh, that's the other thing too. There are a lot of people shorting Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin and crypto go on a rip and tear, courtesy of the Federal Reserve, we will easily see Bitcoin in the 50,000s. And then probably by the end of this week, we might even hit 64K or even beyond. Because remember, we've had a suppression of Bitcoin prices for quite some time. Oh, look at that. Bitcoin has already pulled back and now going back up past 40,000. 40,183. Look at this. Look at this. Can you see it? Yeah. Oh, that's right. I have my camera off. Right. You can see. Look at this. It's consolidating to the upside. This is so bullish, and it shows extreme confidence, which I said in today's Bitcoin Cloud War video. All right. People are buying up crypto ahead of the Federal Reserve. Usually you sell off before the Federal Reserve because you're scared. So this just goes that like everyone's just chest pounding. So this is so good. This is like the ideal setup. We cannot get a setup that's any better than what we got now. Right? Whew. So yeah. I'm so glad. As much hassle as I went through making Seditionist Tower Defense, I'm actually glad I went through this because the sooner I could have done this, I'm actually seeing that this is paying me dividends right now. Not necessarily money, but at least securing my trademarks and shit. Oh, man. What a headache. 6 hours ago. Is this the right one? 12 minutes ago. Okay, so Greg has the new video out. Beautiful. Alright, let's pause that. Oh, I forgot to hit this one. I hope chat's working because I don't see shit going on in the chat. I don't care. At least everyone's watching, so that's the important shit. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's look at some technicals here. Bitcoin Tether. Okay, even spelling it wrong, it knows what I want. Okay, well the good news is it went from strong sell to sell, probably neutral, and now it's at a buy. So it went from negative 4,000 to negative 2,000. So we're still at the bottom in terms of RSI, but that's a pretty big chunk. Yes, chat is working. Thanks, Cleaver. Oh, that's your name, Cleaver. Or Clever. Hey, Miniwaza. It's nice to actually see people, right? Because, it does suck to feel alone. And I'm going to be doing this alone for quite some time. Lurk mode. Yep, there you go. Well, I kind of just got done my rambling about my trademark issue. But I'm not on the receiving end. I'm on the offensive end. So I'm just kind of hoping that'll work out and the offending company will just listen to my lawyer and then just simply back down. So, Johnson the Great, what's up? Yeah, hey, American supremacists. I'm just like tired, groggy, and I'm just worn out. I bought in last Friday. All right, perfect timing, like you're just in time. In fact, I forgot that I bought $700 worth of dog coin last Monday on Gemini or Coinbase or Kraken, right? I forgot I gotta hide the broker I use. And then I use that dog coin to buy more Shiba coin. I am 100% holding all my crypto. The exception is 20 Filecoin, which I'm getting ready to sell, but I'm hoping I can sell it at the end of this month when I think Bitcoin should be at 100K to 125K before the inevitable correction downward during July 4th. Because I actually need spending cash, especially now that I spent $1,000 to hire a lawyer just 20 minutes ago. Because I didn't enforce my trademark. I was thinking, Nick Fuentes and I, like, he wants to become like the best politician there ever was, right? And he's got to go through all that dumb shit that comes along with it, right? And he's got his lawyers. I want to be like the best entertainment guy in the world, and I have to hire a lawyer and go through all the shit that entails. It really is. It really is a. It feels good to know that I'm not the only one having to go through all sorts of dumb, retarded shit. But, that's the price we all pay to serve Jesus. So, Well, I'll ask him for some more strength because I really could use it. What are your thoughts on SafeMoon? I think at this point SafeMoon is probably okay. I'm not personally going to recommend it though because I just don't trust it. Because I'd rather have Shiba Coin. It's cheap. It's cheaper, I think. And it's higher in market cap than SafeMoon, and it specifically rides off of Dogcoin specifically. So people who feel like they missed out on Dogcoin, which is all of us, they'll buy Shiba. So that's why. In fact, how well is Shiba doing? Actually, what's Dogcoin doing? 32. Yeah. So basically, Dogcoin's flat. Yeah. I mean, all these cryptocurrencies are going to be up a little or flat, but definitely not down because all the money's going to Bitcoin, which is totally fine. Because Bitcoin is a rise. I always said this for years, and it's still true. It's a rising tide, which floats all boats. So if Bitcoin goes up, everything else is going to go up, just not at the same time. And I'm totally okay with it. Look, Pancake Swap is already recovering quickly back to $20. Shiba, yeah, Shiba's already coming back too. 711.4 satoshis of a dollar. I mean, it's not even of a Bitcoin; it's of a dollar. But that's totally fine. Once Shiba goes back to 3,500, I'm in stupid profit. I think I make quintuple my money. So and I'm putting it in the hot bit, right? Because right now you get, let's see. Oh, that's not good. Hello? Oh, hey Sharon. I actually, shoot, because I actually thought you dropped my thing because you didn't respond back. Um, uh, Dang, I guess I moved a little too fast because I actually wound up hiring a different lawyer. Uh, um, Now I feel like an asshole. Okay. Well, the thing is, I know I'll eventually need more lawyers, so I still definitely want to keep touch. So, because I already spent, I'll tell you what happened. 'Cause I'm actually live streaming, but that's okay. They can wait. All right, you clowns can just talk among yourselves for a second. Uh, so I hired a different lawyer. I already had paid him $1,000 for it. So we're gonna go with the cease and desist letter thing, which is basically what I wanted you to do, basically. I don't know. I have such a headache just thinking about this. So I don't know. Well, I'll see what happens with that. I do know that eventually I do want to assign an attorney probably to look over my trademarks. Yeah. So when people search my mark, right, Dragon Flare Studios and Seditionist Tower Defense, they'll actually see that there's a lawyer on record and not just some guy, which would be me. Uh, okay. Do you also? I think you also probably do like I think it's called trademark monitoring services. Because I so I think that's like a year. You do it like a yearly thing probably. Uh-huh. Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Uh. Okay. Wait. So does the trademark monitoring? Also, do you also check like? Because I know like if someone registers a trademark and it's similar to mine, then obviously we'll spring into action. But what about if someone's like basically in my current situation? What if it's just someone online kind of just starting to use my mark but passing it off as their own? Like, does your monitoring service cover that? Okay. 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 All right. All right. Let me. Okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind because God, I just need to deal with this current situation first. But uh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. For sure. I already have your info saved on this phone, so we'll definitely keep in touch. So. Okay, good. Yeah, again, sorry about, I guess, not being patient enough, but I was like, yeah. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I guess that's it then, right? For now. Yeah, I think we will. All right. Thanks so much, Sharon, and we'll definitely talk someday. Okay. Yep. You too. Thanks. Okay. Well, I guess I could take some of that back. Damn. I probably would have been charged a lot less freaking money too. Cause she quoted me a couple $100, and I wound up paying $1,000 for this. So let me just make sure I get her name here. Uh, Trademark lawyer, nice lady. Shoot. Let me actually hold on. I have to go on Chrome and save details here. Okay, so. No, I didn't go with that lawyer. I went with this lawyer. Okay, so here's that. Uh, Fuck. What was the name of the first? See, I called so many effing lawyers that. Yeah, there we go. pnlawyers.com. Okay. Let me make sure I get the. Yep, that's her. So let me make sure I bookmark her site. Oh, I'm on Chrome. Or, whoops. You guys didn't really need to see that, but that's okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys and gals might need a trademark lawyer. You could talk to her. Ah. Well, I'm glad that she called me back, even though I technically can't hire her now because I already hired this guy. But it's good to have options. Um. I wonder what the lesson in all of this is. All right, let me see. What did you guys? Friend moment, some smiley faces. Hello, fellow clowns. Yeah. Yep. Karen. Funny enough, I thought her name was Karen at first. I'm back from my milk break. Did I miss much? No, I just finished talking with the other lawyer who did not actually ghost me and was actually just super busy. Um, so my paranoia and impatience has kind of costed me some stuff. But you know what? It's alright. I mean, I kind of probably need to hire a bunch of different lawyers anyway because these law firms are actually really small. They have like less than 12. Less than 12 people. So I think that'll be fine. All right. So, all right. I have to file that out and get back to this. Best to have a male lawyer then. I mean, maybe. I mean, she's actually really nice, and like she sounded like she knows what she was doing. So, I mean, I do tend to be a little more flexible with like the man-woman thing. Of course, I'm not as flexible when it comes to physical things, because obviously you want a man or a robot to handle physical labor. But for everything else, you're probably fine. Uh, for the most part. Ugh. Plus, I did look at like the pictures of like their team, like the one that this lady lawyer's from. The guy looks like the founders look like real Chads. They look like real men. So believe it or not, you know, they do pass the physiognomy check. So, and obviously that's pretty important. So I'm hoping that when I lose, if I lose enough weight, which I will keep doing, I'm gonna retake my picture here, so you know I'll look a little more serious and less fat, a lot less fat. All right, so I think I was talking about Shiba Inu and SafeMoon. So basically, SafeMoon. I mean, I guess I'm gonna pass on SafeMoon. I'd rather have Shiba Coin, to be honest, because I want the cheap coins. I want a lot of them, and I want the it's higher than SafeMoon in terms of market cap, right? It's still position 42, so that's a big plus. And it's based on Dogcoin, so you're gonna get the FOMO Dogcoin people buying up Shiba. And Vitalik Buterin has already, the founder of Ethereum, has already burned like what is it, $2 to $6 billion with a B worth of Shiba coin because he said this whole thing's a joke. That's really good because that actually means that there's actually less Shiba coins out there in circulation. That pushes the price of the coin up. So once altcoins pop off, especially Dogcoin, Shiba coin should pop off. And so far the signs look very, very good. I still feel like a fucking retard. I could have saved like $600, $700, $800. But oh well. Oh well. Well, well, oh well. What am I gonna say? What can I say? All right. So anyway, oh, then I was talking about how I bought $700 worth of Dogcoin and I converted into Shiba, and then right now you get 3.65% Shiba per year interest on Hotbit, or if you just want to do Dogcoin, you get 15.9%. Oh wow, this actually went up a little bit. This used to be 15.5% interest. And I do have Dogcoin farming DeFi farm too, so just make sure you look at the minimum purchases. It actually is kind of up there, like anywhere from $50 to a couple $100, but totally worth it. Assuming you don't mind putting your money in a Hotbit. I mean, so far they've actually been pretty legit. They just seem a little off, but it's nothing scammy or anything so far. And they've already survived like at least one hack attempt that I know of. Whereas previous exchanges, especially big ones like Cryptopia, they got killed literally from one hacking attempt. So, but if I have like $6 million worth of like USD coin, I there's no way in hell I'm putting $6 million into Hotbit. It's just I'm not gonna feel comfortable with that. Because the more money, the bigger the exchange, the more money there is going to be on the exchange. And of course, hackers are going to be hacking it all the time. So you know, you could very well lose all your effing money. Yeah. All right. Because I actually need to lie down a bit and rest. So let's just go through this real quick. Then we'll watch the video, and then I'm gonna go rest, and then just think and ponder. I also have to respond back to my lawyer because he needs my information. Bitcoin helped the unbanked. Now this probably helps them get justice too. Oh, this is sponsored. You know, because we went over trademark and lawyer stuff. Oh, this has nothing to do with lawyers. This is an escrow service. Alright, that's fine. I'm not going to read it, but that's good. Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of these centralized companies are going to become obsolete because decentralization is coming for everything. And that's a good thing. Price analysis. No, we don't need that. Bitcoin is not an asset that's designed to be leveraged, says Caitlin Long. Well, I'm glad people are leveraging it because that's what causes all these massive ups and downs in Bitcoin and really crypto. So that makes the straddle and option strategies that much better. In fact, the more volatile something is, the stronger, the more profitable and expensive the options are. And that's what you want when you're trading options. Because you have something that goes up a lot and down a lot, you can make money on both sides at the same time. Which is why we're going to do the straddle option. I wish I just thought of doing that before at the beginning of this year on Riot. I would be sitting a lot better financially. Is DeFi tech easy enough to adapt to non-finance industries? Maybe, kind of. Eventually it will. U.S. Space Force will launch an NFT line. Okay. Ethereum investment proxy largest blah blah blah. Okay, so this is actually kind of important. Ledger X scheduled maintenance June 15th. Well, that's funny. Well, they said it's only down for 15. I have to tweet this out. Trump created Space Force will issue their own NFT cryptocurrencies. Everyone and everything is getting into Bitcoin and BTC. Oh, okay, very keyword stuff. That I'm not gonna read it, but all that matters is the headline, and they're like a big thing, right? It's an actual government entity. Social media decentralized company PocketNet. Well, let's open up in Chrome. Let me see. Pocket Coin, $3 a piece. Well, I don't see anyone liking or retweeting any of this. I mean, I guess it's good, but the problem is with social media, you have to go. People only go there because people are already there, but people don't go there because there's nobody there. So there's like this annoying catch-22 situation. So believe it or not, I think when Jack Dorsey creates his, I think they call it Blue Sky, the decentralized version of Twitter or something like that, that, believe it or not, I think will be the first successful decentralized social media because it's got the power of actual Twitter behind it, right? Basically, it can tank off of Twitter, but none of the downsides, at least supposedly in theory. We'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so I'm feeling a little woozy. Let's watch this so I can keep eating. Because these fat burning pills really work, but for some reason it seems to drain my blood sugar a lot. Which I think is what it's doing. It burns and drains my blood sugar so that it forces my body to burn body fat to replenish it. And my body is just not used to such a drastic change. I think that's what's happening. I actually was feeling like lightheaded and dizzy yesterday. I was like, oh my god, I might need to call the ambulance. And it just turns out that I was just low blood sugar. Because my heart rate was normal and my breathing seemed normal. But it wasn't until I started eating some of the trail mix, especially with the raisins and M&Ms with lots of sugar and glucose, that I instantly felt better. So I was like, oh, okay. But that's also because I also yesterday morning took 2 of those pills, which is the standard serving size. That's way too much for me. I have to just take 1. JP Morgan warns inflation is here to stay, and the Buffett indicator points to massive bubble. Perfect. That's what we want, chat. We want a massive bubble so we can make like tens of millions of dollars, and then we can short the market afterwards, and then we'll make like hundreds of millions of dollars. And then I'll never have to worry about money again, and I'll just hire everything out, and life will be great.
Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Manarino. Monday. It is still Monday. June 14th,
Wow,
2021. How about this? A new all-time record high for the market. Yes, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. New record highs here. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell under a little bit of pressure here, but new record highs. How many of you are surprised? Can I see your shocked face, please?
I feel like a record high.
No, who knew? No, wait. Who's calling for market tops and crashes? Oh yeah, those are some other idiot show. Yeah, I forgot about that. How about no? Like I've been saying for the longest time. Turn these people off. Turn them off, okay? There's going to be no market crash anytime soon. No market top anytime soon. And when you hear this kind of talk from a YouTuber or someone else who maybe got thrown off of YouTube, putting guests out saying this is going to happen, turn him off too, because it's a distraction and they're misleading you on a massive scale.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention. Well, I was watching Nick Fuentes sometime last week, and one of the super chatters actually said something like, "Hey Nick, can I get on Good Morning Groyper so I can give financial advice? I think Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to go down a lot, so I'm shorting it like crazy," or something along those lines. And I just thought, and then Nick was like, "No," and I just thought to myself, "Oh man, like I almost forgot that like when you're in like your young 20s." A lot of young people are like, "Yo, I fucking know everything. I don't give a shit." Yeah, he told them, "Hell no." Yeah, I think that was something. Yeah, so you saw. I don't remember, but I know it was something else. I just remember that Nick was not happy with that. So not only because obviously people are just trying to get Good Morning Groyper, but also because that's the wrong move. You don't want to be shorting this shit. So that Groyper's going to lose all his fucking money, man. And it's going to go to you and me. Reminds me of America First or Am First Investments. I remember blocking him, I think, because he was a very arrogant asshole, at least towards me. And he just told me, "You're wrong and whatever, Johnson Chev." It's like, okay, man, go fuck yourself. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you want to win, you listen to somebody that's old and fat and wise, like myself, because I've already been through it. But, you know, some young people, you know, they fulfill that stereotype. So they think they know everything, and then they got to learn the hard way, which is a real shame. You know, it took me a long time to recover from those mistakes. But thankfully, you guys and gals are not retarded, so you'll actually get rich and enjoy your 20s, something I didn't freaking have. And hopefully, Jesus will smile upon me and just help me get through this shit. And first investment is retired, picked terrible stocks, and turned out to be a simp. Oh man, I knew he was retarded, but he's a simp. Can you elaborate more on that? I'll read it while Greg goes through his video. Yeah, stay humble for sure. Bro, I'm 30 something. Oh, I thought you were in your 20s like everyone else. Thanks for them retiring, just listen to you. Well, you're the right kind of retarded, I guess. So, you got that going for you. Let's just hope that we'll be able to pull this one out before July 4th or whenever this current leg upwards is going to go. And then we kind of time it properly.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Tell me, what did he? What he? So tell me about Am first. Like, who did he simp for, or what did he simp for?
It's not happening. They do not understand the current environment. How can you listen to a person who has no clue of what they're talking about, or being put on as a guest on shows by people who have no clue of what they're talking about? It's shocking to me, but that's really the environment. It bothers me because I'm out here every day, twice a day, explaining you exactly how it is, and I've nailed it to the wall. So anyway, with that said, people, yes, this is not it either. 2 record highs last week for the S&P 500.
Holy shit, it's that bad. Wow. Wait, what did Am first say or do that made Nick call him out? It must be pretty extreme. Unless it was because he was simping for the e-girl. Oh, God. You know, I'm alright. There will always be many fake America firsters. What a headache. But man, that's pretty, well, I can't say the G word, but that's very G word. He was, he really was hardcore simping for an e-girl. Oh well.
We start off this week with a new record for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. We're not done at all.
Simp and you lose all your money.
This market would have put even more gains on if it were not for a little bit of fear in the market with regard to what's going to come out of the pie hole of the Federal Reserve this.
Yeah, and considering how he has bad investment advice, yeah, he's probably going to stay a minor account forever.
Week, I already told you, they're going to continue to buy assets. Not just that, they're going to be increasing asset purchases. Okay, let us move forward. I have a lot to talk about with you. 10-year yield, people, stable about $1.49, slightly weaker. Crude oil, $71 a barrel. You know, what else would you expect in this kind of an environment when you have that unholy trinity? You know, crude oil, 10-year yield, and the dollar here, you know, being artificially rigged. Well, of course, it's going to push the stock market higher. Imagine my surprise, a new record high. No surprise at all, people. Unbelievable. It really is. Gold and silver took a slight hit today, nothing major. It's an incredible situation. Cryptocurrencies getting bid or higher across the board. Bitcoin back over 40,000. Imagine my shock there too. Oh no, not surprised. Did you miss that one?
I'm
Probably
sure
did.
Fat, but
Unfortunately,
I am grinning and laughing.
Anyway, cryptos are going higher too. Let us move forward here.
That's what I want to hear.
I have a lot of stuff to cover. I almost don't know where to start. Let me see. I already explained to you that the second multi-billionaire hedge fund manager is coming out here explaining, pointing their finger at the Federal Reserve, causing an inflationary crisis. And they're saying, get yourself in heat. This is Paul Tudor Jones saying, get yourself invested in commodities, crude oil, gold, silver, according to Greg, okay? It's much more undervalued than gold, and of course, cryptocurrencies as well. Today, there's a lot of taper talk on the mainstream channels, and obviously, from the market hitting a new record high today, the market's laughing. It's not happening. It's not happening anytime soon, people. Mark my words, they're going to buy more. The Fed is going to buy more. Issue more debt through one door, buy more through another door. It's going to push the stock market higher. Now, J.P. Morgan. I want to talk about J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan is the premier Wall Street super bank, being the largest bank on the planet by assets. J.P. Morgan, warning. Are you ready for this? Inflation is here to stay. Duh! You mean to tell me it's not temporary? It's not transitory? Oh, but wait a minute. All these economists are trying to sell us that lie, and they're being paraded out all over the mainstream financial channels. It's temporary. It's transitory. How about no? No. Okay. I think we already know that. Now, here's another big piece of news that is going to really surprise you. Are you ready for it? Consumers, okay, they're starting to scream. Okay, the American citizen out here, maybe they need a smack in the face. Looks like they're getting one because they're starting to complain about the rising cost of living and the rising cost of prices. Well, they're going to get a new wake-up call pretty soon as personal debt and consumer debt continues to surge. Okay, rent, this is being reported too, this was Reuters, is expected to surge 9.5% over the next 12 months. I think that's probably,
what?
and the rising cost of prices, well, they're going to get a new wake-up call pretty soon as personal debt and consumer debt continues to surge. Okay, rent, this is being reported too, this was Reuters, is expected to surge 9.5% over the next 12 months. I think.
What? Why? Or how?
That's probably a lowball number, but that's epic. In this environment where everything is just completely twisted, now rents
Well,
are
yeah,
going.
that does make sense. If everything's hyperinflating, then that means rent's going to go up too to compensate. Yeah, actually, that does make. Jeez. Shit, I guess that means Tampa, Florida is going to be a lot more expensive when I move there.
Up, everything is going. What else would you expect? You knew this was going to happen. I mean, if you are a follower of this blog, you have it nailed to the wall. So again, none of this is a surprise to you here. Now I want to talk about this too. This is a big one. So these Wall Street mega banks right now, they are sitting on oceans of cash. Oceans of cash. Now, the only question is, what are they going to do with that cash? A couple of things. They're going to start buying back shares of their own stock. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Again, they got to put some of that cash to work. The other thing they're going to do, okay, is they're going to start investing in commodities, in my view. They got to, again,
and
why?
Probably crypto.
We know where commodities are going. Look at crude oil. Gold and silver have made an incredible run over the past 6 weeks now. And this run is going to continue, in my view, unless, of course, JP Morgan decides to hit it again. But this is the paper derivative market. You know how markets work. In cycles, people. Risk on, risk off. Risk on, risk off. So you're going to see these banks starting to look at risk off.
Okay, we need to listen to that again. I wonder if some of that cash might get exchanged for Federal Reserve dollar as well. Well, they will automatically convert into digital dollars. Yeah, for sure. They're working together to screw everybody else over. So, totally gonna work. Totally gonna, yes, it'll work, but also it'll totally happen. But by then, I think we're all gonna be pretty well off and rich. So, and then we'll see where Bitcoin and crypto is at as well. Because what did Andre? Yeah, what did Andre Wang say today? I think it was in yesterday's article, or maybe yesterday's, but he basically said that the dollar will go to infinity supply because it's fiat, but Bitcoin and indirectly most cryptocurrencies are fixed supply. So that means the price of crypto and Bitcoin is infinity because there's only so much Bitcoin out there, right? Specifically 21 million minus all the lost Bitcoin that will never be recovered, minus Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin of 1 million. So let's just say there's like a little less than 20 million Bitcoins that will ever be created. But if the US dollar keeps inflating towards infinity, then that means the price of Bitcoin will always be infinity as well. Right? It's actually simple mathematics. And now that we have the power of the stock to flow analysis, this thing will just always keep going up and up and up forever. Like, it really will be ridiculous. So, but again, as long as you can fool the people into thinking a price really is worth that much, they will believe it. Yeah.
Work in cycles, people. Risk on, risk off. Risk on, risk off. So you're going to see these banks starting to look at risk off assets, okay? Inflation hedges. You understand? I think you get it. So this is something that we definitely need to pay attention to. And here is something else that we need to pay attention to. So this is known, well, let me read this to you. Let me ask you, we're going to pose this as a question. How many of you have heard of the Wilshire 500 Total Market Cap Index?
What?
Well, it's also known as the Warren Buffett Index. And right now, the Warren Buffett Index is flashing red big time. And what does that mean? The Warren Buffett Index is a stock market indicator which attempts to pick bubbles in the market. Well, again, no surprise to you. The stock market is a bubble. It's a hyper bubble. And now we have validation, you and me, from the Warren Buffett Index. How about we don't need the Warren Buffett Index to know that the stock market's in a freak show bubble? But this freak show bubble, people, is going up. It's the central banks. It's the Fed. You know it. They're not going to stop. There's no taper. More easy money. The G7 meeting. Oh, yeah. All of those world leaders, including brain dead Biden, happen to just say, hey, guess what we're going to do? We're going to continue to stimulate our economies. But wait a minute. Aren't we being sold something by these same people that we're in a boom, that we're in a booming economy? So why then, President Biden, I'll address you nicely, why don't you tell us all why we need to continue to stimulate? Where are we getting that money from, Biden? Freak. Oh, yeah, we got to get it from the Fed. That's right. That's where every president's been getting it from since Obama. Oh, yeah. Exactly. It's lovely, isn't it? And all we're doing, people, is destroying ourselves by allowing this freak show to continue. Okay? More debt, more easy money, a stock market hyperbubble, at least according to the Warren Buffett Index or indicator. So, I mean, come on now. It's too much to me. It really is. It's insane. So anyway, look, let's just sum this up real quick. New record high for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. We're not done. More easy money pouring into this market. Start to think longer term. We know the market's a hyper bubble. Okay, Warren Buffett Index is telling us, oh yeah, it's a bubble. Yeah, we all know that. It's incredible. And we know that these Wall Street banks are sitting on oceans of cash. And then we have JP Morgan warning, inflation is here to stay. You can't even dream about how surprised I am to hear a major Wall Street bank saying what you and I already know. We see, but what they're not telling you is it's about to get much worse. We haven't seen anything yet. And if you believe that this environment is, it's just happening. It's just one of those things that is just happening here. How about no there too? This is all engineered. The Fed is running their inflation creation machine as fast as they possibly can. They're buying it all. Just like other world central banks are doing, and they're going to continue to buy it all. And they are marching us into, and we are currently in, a full-blown currency crisis. They're doing this because the digital dollar is being set up. They're getting ready to release it. So you're going to hear more talk. Pay attention to this, people. I'm telling you it's going to happen. Start listening to members of Congress. Start listening to dog shit reasons why we must have it, because we got to compete with China. So we need this digital dollar now. It's all about control. That's what it's all about. So they're going to manifest or allow a currency crisis to get much worse so they can say, oh, we have a solution for you, because the American consumer is already starting to complain, just as like they're supposed to. Inflation's getting really, really high. I can't afford to live. My rent's going up. Houses are going up. What am I going to do? Oh, we have a solution for you. It's called
BlackRock's buying everything too.
Digital dollar. It's always the same, people. Problem, we're starting to see a reaction. Solution, just like I have explained to you since time immemorial. Not going to stop. All right, people, look. See this guy? loves you a lot. I mean that. I'm on your side. I got your back in every way I can possibly have your back. And this is why I get angry. This is why I got angry at the front of this video when I said there are people out here, there are commentators out here, alternative news outlets parading out people who are brain dead, who have no idea what they're talking about, calling market tops, telling you that the Bible is going to tell you when the market's going to crash, and have been wrong 100% of the time. And meanwhile, they still allow these people on their show. Maybe that tells you something, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm out of here. And yeah, I have the right to say this stuff because I've kept all of you on the right side of this market. Well, these other people are misleading a lot of people with larger channels than mine, and that's pretty sad. All right, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. See you in the morning.
Okay. Well, I kind of need to go because I'm just stressed. Oh boy, do we want to click this? Oh, okay. So it's like some, yeah, okay, it's some bullshit. Also, that looked like Mike Cernovich there. There was something I wanted to check. Unfortunately, I forgot. Alright, so anyway, I won't expect any major moves until tomorrow and definitely by Wednesday. The problem is it's like 2 days, so there'll be a little bit of reassurance, hopefully, and then Wednesday we'll definitely know like for sure, and then a big monkey will be taken off the backs of everyone, and then, assuming the Federal Reserve, commits to doing what they're doing now, and specifically they do not attack Bitcoin and crypto. I mean, I think, what's his name, Jerome Powell? Yeah, this guy. I'm thinking Jerome Powell will just simply maybe mention something about Bitcoin, crypto, and then how we need to be competitive with Bitcoin, and then we're going to create the digital dollar or something. So as long as he doesn't come out swinging against Bitcoin and says it's a scam, we're gonna ban and regulate it, and like people who do Bitcoin are bad evil people. So I don't even see Jerome Powell even kind of coming off as that hostile. In fact, his last comments on Bitcoin, I think I can't remember actually. I know Jerome Powell himself doesn't like Bitcoin. He said so as much in the past, but he's kind of lightened up a little bit. So, funny, he's actually a Republican. Jerome Powell, Bitcoin. Let's see. Far more important to... What does this say? Far more important to do it right than fast. Okay, so this is referring to the digital dollar. What did he say? At the highest way I said now I use an exchange for conducting transactions. Coinbase. Powell calls for... This was April 14th. So two months ago exactly. They're really big on speculation. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Jerome Powell hasn't actually said anything crazy. He's just making statements about it, which is totally fine. All I care about is that Jerome just doesn't talk shit about it. We don't want FUD. Crypto and crude take off as the markets await this week's crucial Fed meeting. Okay. Price volatility limits usefulness of crypto for payments. Powell. That is actually true. Because if you say accept Bitcoin, $10 for the Bitcoin, and then tomorrow it's worth like $20 or $1, that kind of messes you up. Later, fam. Talk to you tomorrow. All right, later, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go too. So I'm gonna go rest. I gotta respond to my lawyer and give him the info so he can start drafting the cease and desist letter. And we'll just see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully things will be a lot more calm for me personally, and of course, let's just hope that Bitcoin continues, and really crypto continues its upward march. Because so far, the markets in crypto look very confident. ahead of Federal Reserve, which is like that's a pretty bold thing to do. Also, this is not correct. Why? What? Wait, what? What the hell happened to coin market cap? The global market cap just disappeared. This must be a technical glitch. This has to be a technical glitch because I still see all our major coins up here. Or maybe they removed a bunch of other shittier coins or something. Well, I hope this is a... Yeah, see the 24-hour volume is down to 54.3. Is there something wrong with coin market cap? These numbers are completely off. Uh, 9 hours ago, coin market cap says they're experiencing technical problems. Okay, well, I guess that's a technical problem then. Well, I hope so, because I've gotten used to the numbers already. It's going to be a pain in the ass to readjust all my models and analyses. Alright, I better go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you all tomorrow, and, man, I just hope things get better. I mean, so far they are, actually, so, yeah.